I am going to write a book. I am going to write a book in Korean. The reason I'm telling you this is it's going to be about you. It's going to be about your story, your struggle, and your scar. At the end of my presentation today, what I want from you is 1 hour of your time and your commitment to have an interview with me, to pay it forward and change thousands and hundreds of humans' life and their struggle. So today, I am going to share my personal story, what was my scar, how it was healed, and what I am going to do about it. So I believe everyone has some sort of scar and struggle. It can be something very personal, small, being slightly overweight, or having some sort of personal struggle growing up. My scar, my struggle, is two things. If you want to understand my scar, you have to understand Korea, where I'm from. That's the tiny country in Asia. Thankfully, it's South Korea, not the country that the leader is dealing with the previous basketball player right now. So my whole life was from there. 100% I was Korean. It's a very congested city, the Seoul, where I'm from. And this is my life every day, going to subway. And I wanted to explore the world. I wanted to travel. I wanted to have something more adventure. But that thing never happened to me. And the second part, I'm coming from pretty humble background. None of my family members ever lived outside of Korea before. None of my extended family ever explored outside of Korea. And it's me, after almost 30 years of my life in Korea, first came to the GSB. That's my first time actually living abroad. So those two things, being 100% Korean, coming up a little bit from humble background, was actually very challenging coming to the GSB. Because I'm surrounded by all these people that has millions, thousands of so amazing experience. They traveled all around the world. They went out there, saved the world. They went to the best company in the world, best school in the world. And I'm consistently comparing myself with them. And also it seems that they're from a lot better background than I do. And people are spending a lot of money into some sort of social activities and stuff. So it made me feel I'm not belonging here at the very first. And I struggled. The second part, how I was healed. So some of you from GSB are pretty familiar with what this is about. This is about talk. The student-generated initiative that people are sharing their life story once in a week. It's such a powerful moment that people are sharing their vulnerability, their scar, and their struggle. Throughout that, my scars got healed. I'll tell you two stories. Remember, my scar, one, being Korean, 100%. Two, coming from humble background. And Stephen Lee, Stephen, can you show us your hand? Yeah. So he's my friend from GSB. And he is Korean American, born and raised in the United States. And very surprisingly for me, his family didn't want him to be Korean. He was born in Korean, as a Korean, but he was raised as American. He didn't grow up speaking Korean at all, mostly English. Didn't eat Korean food. Just culturally, he was raised as an American. And there was one day, he went to school, and there was an Asian food day. There was like sushi, kimchi, some soup. And everyone in the school, in that Baltimore, that he was the only single Asians around there, were looking at him to say something. Oh, Stephen, it's an Asian food day. You should speak up. And I remember in his talk, he shared that he didn't know what to say. He just started crying for days. I can only feel how hard, how painful it was being not Korean, not American, having that identity struggle growing up. And hearing his scar and struggle instantly healed my scar. Wow, being 100% Korean wasn't actually that bad. And second part, me coming from humble background. So this, I'll shed light on my fellow GSP classmate Nina, whom I deeply admire her passion for social impact and her strength to make it happen. But what struck me even more is her struggle and her background. If I understood correctly, Nina, you're not from any sort of really fancy background, but you some sort of had this strength. And you had a struggle having some sort of social mission in her heart, but not really fully implementing it. And she went to Rwanda in Africa and realized her passion, but she get her strength and her value, her mission, from her family. Her parents, dad and mom, loved her and always shared the value that, Nina, do the right thing, go out and make a great and better impact that you can make. And I remember my mother always gave that same value to me too. They loved me so much. They gave me a tremendous amount of things, the love, the value. And all that time, I didn't think about that one. I was just complaining, comparing myself with others. And hearing her struggle and her life story made me realize how much I had. So what I'm going to do, I told you I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a book of your story, your struggle, and your life story. And let me tell you a little bit of Korea, so how much of the impact it can be. As you might know, Koreans are one of the most mobile penetrated society. They're playing games crazy hours. They're always on the phone. But another stunning statistics, one of the highest suicide rate in OECD, highest working hour. It's a very intense society. People have enormous amount of stress and social pressure. And luckily, I have a little bit of presence. This is a map of the people that comes to my personal blog. And the more the red, a dense color means that the more people are coming. So this is just a start. I can leverage something I have and my passion and my network to change 1 hour of your time to hundreds of thousands of change of the people's life in Korea. So now it's your turn. This is time that you can put out your phone. Serious. Take your phone out, please. And all you need to do is email me right now. I know you're busy. Your life will be crazy like sprint outside of this time. So if you feel that you want to do it, just send me the email, sanbaek@stanford.edu, I'm in, and I will follow up with you to schedule the time and having your life story. I know every one of you has a fascinating life. That's why you're here. But I also know that you have struggle, you have scar, and you are an amazing human being that challenge. Don't give up. Deal with it and go out and trying to change the world. And you sharing that story can go a far way. I believe that's the GSP all about. And isn't it that what and who you are all about? Thank you.